To survive on the savannah, some are born to be hunted and some are born to hunt. Here live the ones the whole plain watches for, the hunters, silent and ever-present. Among the grass move the great predators, the keepers of this wild, unforgiving balance. Welcome to the savannah, vast, ancient and alive, stretching farther than the eye can follow. Few places on Earth feel as vast or as free as the great African plains. This is a land of endless grass and open sky, where the horizon seems to have no end. This is a world apart, quiet, immense, and entirely at peace with itself. Here, on these timeless plains, a story unfolds that is older than memory itself. Come and let the savannah reveal itself slowly, just as it has to every traveller before. The savannah stretches out in every direction, patient, enduring and beautifully wild. This is one of the oldest landscapes on Earth, unchanged through countless ages. Beneath this enormous sky lies a land like no other, waiting to be seen. Across this immense and open land, life moves to a rhythm all its own. This is a land measured not in miles, but in horizons. You could walk for a day, and the view would hardly change. This is a land measured not in miles, but in horizons. The grass is the heart of everything here. It feeds the herds, who feed the hunters, who return to the earth and feed the grass again. The plains reach out in every direction, vast and patient and still. In the heat of midday, the plains shimmer and blur, and distance loses all meaning. The whole world seems to pause. Nothing here is in a hurry. The land simply rolls on, unbroken and serene. When the wind rises, the whole plain comes alive. The grass bends in long, rolling waves, silver one moment, gold the next. The wind moves through the grass in long, slow waves, as it has since the beginning. Here the sky is not a ceiling but a presence, immense and ever-changing. Beneath it, every creature is small. This is one of the last truly open places where the world can still breathe. The grasslands stretch farther than the eye can follow, until earth and sky meet in a single line. No roads, no fences, no edges, only the wind moving through the grass. The horizon lies impossibly far away, a trembling line between land and sky. Here the land runs on without end, open and golden beneath a boundless sky. Far from any human road, the plains keep their own ancient order. No clock counts the hours. There is only the sun and the rain and the turning grass. Out here, space itself becomes a kind of silence. Nothing here is in a hurry. The land rolls on, golden and unbroken, shaped by the patience of 10,000 seasons. The grasslands stretch farther than the eye can follow, until earth and sky become one. There is a stillness here that the cities have forgotten, not empty, but full, settled and unhurried. The world does not need our noise to be complete. A lone tree stands against the sky, its branches spread like open hands. Out here, in the vastness, even a tree becomes a landmark. No roads, no fences, no edges, only the open country, rolling on forever. The young are born into a world that will not wait. Within hours they must stand, within days they must run. There is no childhood here. They spend their days head down and watchful, never quite at ease, never quite alone. There is strength in numbers, and they know it well. 1,000 eyes, watching every direction, see what one pair never could. There is a peace in the way they graze, and a wariness beneath it that never fades. They are the gentle multitude, the patient heart of everything that lives here. Day after day they graze, turning grass and sunlight into the life the whole plain depends upon. They are its quiet, patient foundation. Every mouthful is taken with one ear turned toward danger. Watch them long enough, and you see it. The gentle, constant motion of a herd at peace. The slow swing of a tail, the unhurried step from one patch of grass to the next. At the water's edge they drink in turns, the strongest watching while the others lower their heads. Even here there is no true rest. They walk softly and ask for nothing, yet the whole living world depends on them. Across the open plain the herds move as one. They drift with the promise of rain, never still for long. To belong to the herd is to be safer and to be watched. Theirs is a life of movement, forever drifting toward the next green promise. A warning passes through the herd faster than any sound, a lifted head, a shift in the air, and in an instant 1,000 bodies are ready to run. They belong to the herd, and the herd belongs to them, safety shared among the many. They spend their whole lives on the move, heads bowed to the grass, ears turning at every sound. Every mouthful is taken with one eye on the horizon. In their gentleness lies a quiet strength, the strength of those who simply endure. When the great herds gather, the plain itself seems to move. None of them leads, none of them follows, and yet they all go the same way. They move gently through the world, asking for little more than grass and open space. To them belongs the quiet work of living, grazing, watching, moving on. They are the giants of the savannah, ancient, unhurried, and utterly at home. This land was made for creatures like these. They move slowly through the world in no hurry at all. There is a calm that comes with great size. The giants have nothing to fear here and nothing to prove. Each step falls heavy on the earth, and the ground seems to remember it. Size is its own kind of grace. In the great ones, strength and gentleness are not opposites, but the same quiet thing. They are the elders of this land, shaped by more seasons than most will ever see. To watch them is to feel the weight of ages. They have walked this earth far longer than we have, and they move as if they know it. Even the boldest hunters keep their distance. Some lives are simply too large to challenge. They belong to the savannah, the way the hills do, enduring, unmovable, part of the very shape of the land. Power like this needs no display. The great ones simply exist, and the whole plain arranges itself around them. They are among the oldest souls of the savannah, vast, patient, shaped by more seasons than most will ever see. In their stillness lies a kind of wisdom older than words. Long after we are gone, the giants will still be here, moving slowly beneath this enormous sky, as they always have. Power like this needs no display. The great ones simply exist. Where the giants are, the land feels older and somehow safer. Their presence alone seems to steady the world around them. When you carry such size, the world simply waits for you. They have walked this earth far longer than we have, and they move as if they know it. On a plain this vast, only the great ones seem to truly belong. Everything about them speaks of size and time and quiet strength. They are the giants of this world, ancient, unhurried, and utterly at home. There is a gentleness in the great ones that their power only deepens. Power like this is rarely loud. The true hunters move quietly, and the whole plain gives them a wide and careful distance. Theirs is a hard life, and a lonely one, marked by more hunger than plenty. Day or night, they are always watching, always waiting. To live as a hunter is to never quite be at rest. Power like this is rarely loud. The true hunters move in silence. Look into a hunter's eyes and you find no anger there, only focus, absolute and old as the grass itself. Look into a hunter's eyes, and you find no anger there. Only focus, absolute and old. They take only what they must, and never more. In their hunger, the savannah keeps its oldest balance. They take only what they must, and never more. In the end, the hunter and the hunted are bound by the same law, two halves of a single ancient design. The hunters are few, for a single one needs a whole world to survive. The hunters are few, and they must be. A single one needs a kingdom of grass to survive. They are always watching, always waiting, never quite at rest. To live as a hunter is to live by patience. Out here, the meal belongs not to the fastest, but to the one who waits. They are not the villains of this world, but its keepers. They are not the villains of this land, but its keepers. By taking the weak, they keep the herd strong. In the end, the hunter and the hunted are bound by the same ancient law. There is no cruelty in them, and no malice, only need, ancient and clear. The hunter is simply what the savannah made it. To live as a hunter is to live by patience, for the meal belongs to the one who waits. Theirs is a hard life, and a lonely one. For every success there are many empty days and a hunger carried into the next. There is no cruelty in them, and no malice, only need, ancient and clear. Here, for a few short hours, the rivals of the plain stand side by side, bound by the same simple thirst. To find water is to find life. To lose it is to lose everything. Everything here turns, in the end, on this one simple thing falling from the sky or rising from the ground. Water is the difference, always, between the living and the lost. To drink is to bow the head and lower the guard. Even at the source of life, there is no true safety. The water draws them all together, rivals and strangers bound by the same thirst. When the waters rise, the whole land breathes again. Dust turns to mud, and mud turns to green. Every drop is precious here, guarded by the sun and spent with care. Beneath the still surface waits another world, ancient and unseen, older than the plains themselves. It is the oldest promise there is, and the whole world waits for it to be kept. Water shapes this world more than any other force, carving and feeding and giving life. The river is the oldest road on the savannah. It has carried the rains and the dry seasons longer than any creature can remember. Where the water lies calm and bright, the savannah seems to soften, and for a little while the whole plain is at peace. Where the water gathers, life gathers too, drawn from far and wide. All the drama of the plains plays out along the water's edge, the thirst, the fear, the fragile, fleeting peace. In a world ruled by the sun, water is the most precious thing of all. The whole rhythm of this land turns, in the end, on a single thing: water. In a land ruled by the sun, water is everything. Where it gathers, life gathers too. Where it flows, the world turns green. Where it fails, the world turns to dust. Water is the savannah's deepest memory and its truest hope. The difference always between the living and the lost. To rise above the heat and the hunger, and simply drift it, is a kind of freedom the earthbound can only dream of. They ask nothing of the land below. The sky is enough room to rise and room to roam. Above the world lies a vast and open kingdom, ruled by those who can reach it. The great soaring ones barely move a wing. They read the invisible currents of the air and let the sky do the work. To rise on outstretched wings is a freedom the earthbound can only dream of. From up there, nothing escapes them. They are the first to know and the first to gather wherever life has called. The sky is never empty, always a wing, a call, a shape drifting far overhead. Watch them turn against the open blue, and you feel the true scale of this place and how much of it belongs to the wind. They read the invisible currents of the air and let the sky carry them wherever it will. Some cross whole continents to be here, following the water and the green across half the world. Here the sky is not empty space, but a kingdom endless, restless, and ruled by those who can reach it. The sky carries a music of its own calls and cries drifting on the wind, a chorus older than any music of ours. From high above they see a world the rest of us can only imagine. Above the plains lies a world of its own, vast, open and alive with wings. The dry season tests them all. The grass turns to dust, the waterholes shrink to cracked earth, and the land waits. To rise on outstretched wings is a freedom the earthbound can only dream of. Hard as it is, the dry season is not an ending. The land does not die. It only waits patient, certain for the rains to return. A lone tree stands against the burning sky, bare and unbowed. It has weathered 100 dry seasons, and it will weather 100 more. The sky is never empty, always a wing, a call, a shape drifting far overhead. The trees are the elders of the plain. They give shade to the weary, shelter to the small, and ask for nothing in return. They read the invisible currents of the air and let the sky carry them wherever it will. When the wind rises, it carries the dust of the dry months and the scent of rain still far away. The whole land leans into it, waiting. Through drought and storm alike, the savannah endures. It bends, but it does not break. Dark towers of cloud gather on the horizon, and the whole world leans in to watch. In the heart of the drought, the earth cracks and the trees stand bare. Yet, deep in the soil, the memory of rain endures. The trees are the elders here, standing patient and unbowed through every passing season. The trees keep their own slow time, older than the herds, older than the hunters. They have seen every season come and go. The setting sun gathers the whole day into a single blaze of colour and pours it across the western sky. The sun sinks low, and the whole world seems to slow with it. Against the burning sky, every shape becomes a silhouette, simple, ancient, eternal. This is how the savannah has always looked at the close of day. The day gathers its colours and pours them across the western sky. The last of the light burns gold along the grass, then softens, then is gone. And the savannah lets the day go as it always has. The fierce light of the day melts into something gentle and warm. For a few short minutes, the whole world is touched with gold. Then the light begins to slip away. Long shadows stretch across the world as the sun slips toward the edge of it. There is a deep calm in this hour. The fierce light softens, the colours deepen, and the savannah seems to breathe out. As the light begins to fade, the world softens into gold. As the colours fade, the great quiet settles in. The day folds away its triumphs and its losses, and the land grows still. The sky catches fire, and for a little while, everything glows. As the sun sinks low, the plains turn to fire and gold, the long shadows stretch, and the heat begins to lift. And so the great wheel turns, as it always has and always will. There is a deep calm in this hour, when the heat lifts and the light turns soft. Every sunset here is a kind of farewell and a kind of promise. The light will fade, but it will always return. The sun rests low upon the horizon, vast and red and unhurried. The savannah asks nothing of us, only that we watch and remember and let it be. Every shape becomes a silhouette against the burning sky. We are guests here, not masters. This land was old long before us and will endure long after. The day is ending the way it always has, slowly, and in a blaze of colour. Nothing here is truly lost. Everything returns, in time, to the land that made it. This is the oldest story there is, told again and again across the endless grass. The plains keep no record of who was strong and who was weak. The grass grows the same over all. The sun rests on the horizon, vast and red, and for a moment the whole plain holds still to watch it go. To witness this is to remember how rare a thing it is, simply to be alive. And the savannah goes on vast, patient and beautiful with us, or without us. Long after we have turned away, the wind will still move through the grass exactly as it does now. Among the grass move the great predators, the keepers of this wild, unforgiving balance. On these plains live the hunters, and to understand the savannah, you must first understand them. Out of the darkness gently, the day is born again. There is no hurry in the morning. It comes when it comes and stays as long as it will. The cold of the night softens, the light grows warm, and the world begins anew. Dawn asks nothing of anyone. It simply arrives and offers the day. In the quiet before the heat, everything rests in a fragile golden calm. The sky lightens by degrees, and the long dark loosens into morning. A new beginning stirs, slow and certain, as the light spills across the earth. The world wakes the way it always has, one breath, one glimmer, one soft awakening at a time. Morning settles over everything like a blessing, gentle and unearned. The night is done. The light has won again, as it always will. First light is a quiet miracle, repeated faithfully and rarely noticed. The day opens slowly, as if in no hurry to begin, and there is peace in that. With the dawn comes stillness and warmth, and the simple gift of another day. The darkness fades, and in its place, a world reborn in gold. There is something ancient in a sunrise, a promise older than memory, kept once again. And so, a new day begins, quietly and without ceremony, as every day has, since the very first. The light rises, unstoppable and serene, and the darkness simply lets go. Every morning carries the same ancient promise, kept once more. Long after we are gone, the giants will still be here, moving slowly beneath the sky. Their presence alone seems to steady the ground beneath them. They are among the oldest souls of this land, vast, patient and calm. They carry their strength lightly, as only the truly powerful can. The young shelter close beside them, dwarfed by their vast and patient shapes. There is a majesty in them that needs no proving. They move with the unhurried certainty of those who fear nothing. The great ones are the quiet monuments of this world, older than memory. They feed and wander and rest, and the whole land makes way for them. To stand near a giant is to feel small in the best of ways. Their size is a shelter not only for themselves, but for all who gather near. They ask little of the world, and the world grants them everything. They are gentle by nature and mighty by birth, and both at once. To watch them is to feel the slow, deep weight of time itself. Size is its own kind of grace, and the giants wear it well. The whole world arranges itself around them and gives them room. They belong to this land the way the hills do, enduring, unmovable, ancient. Where the giants walk, they leave paths that others will follow for years. They shape the land simply by living upon it. In the great ones, strength and gentleness are not opposites, but the same quiet thing. The hunt is not cruelty. It is the price the living pay to go on living. They are solitary by nature, and their solitude is its own kind of strength. Even the strongest among them knows the ache of an empty belly. They study the world around them, always searching for the smallest weakness. There is a stillness to them that speaks of power held in reserve. To hunt is to know both the thrill of the chase and the weight of failure. They are feared by all and understood by almost none. Their lives are a long lesson in patience, hunger, and the art of waiting. They do not hate what they pursue. They simply answer a need older than thought. They are as much a part of the balance as any creature they pursue. Every part of them is shaped for a single purpose, honed by countless ages. A hunter's world is measured in territory, in hunger, and in the long spaces between meals. The wind is the only traveller that can cross this land in a single breath. Survival for them is never given. Every day must be earned again. The hunt is a gamble, and more often than not, it is lost. They move through their world with a quiet, watchful confidence. They carry their hunger like a burden, and it never fully lifts. To be a hunter is to fail, and rise, and try once more. They live at the edge of everything between feast and famine, between one meal and the next. Their strength is matched only by their patience, and patience is the greater of the two. They ask nothing of the world but the chance to live, and to live they must hunt. The grasslands lie open and vast, a sea of grass beneath an ocean of sky. Nothing interrupts the horizon here but the curve of the world itself. The land stretches out, empty and full at once, alive with quiet motion. This is a place where distance loses all its meaning. This is the wide open heart of an ancient world. The plains roll on without a single edge to hold them. Here the sky is not a ceiling, but a vast and open presence. The grass runs on for miles, unbroken and gently swaying. The land lies patient beneath the enormous sky, waiting, always waiting. The open country stretches beyond imagining, wild and free. The grasslands stretch to the edge of sight, and then keep going. The land opens wide beneath the sky, offering nothing to hide behind. This is a country of vast distances and endless open ground. The plains lie golden and unbroken, shaped by 10,000 quiet seasons. The grass ripples to the horizon, silver one moment and gold the next. Here the earth and sky share a single, endless border. The open country rolls on beyond every horizon, patient and eternal. This is a land so wide it makes a whole lifetime feel small. The plains carry on forever, indifferent and serene. They ask so little of the world and give back everything in the end. There is grace in the way they move, unhurried and light upon the earth. They are the ones the whole balance rests upon, humble, countless, and essential. Peace, for them, is never certain. It is only borrowed, moment by watchful moment. They carry no weapons but their senses, and no defense but each other. Wherever the green calls, they follow as their kind always has. They are gentle by nature and cautious by necessity, and they survive by being both. To live as they do is to trade freedom for safety and solitude for the comfort of the crowd. The young stay close, learning early that the world is wide and not always kind. They are always listening, always watching, always ready to run. They live their whole lives in the open, exposed and alert, and somehow still at peace. And still they graze, gentle and watchful as they have since the very beginning. There is a soft, constant rhythm to the herd, the sound of many lives moving as one. For all their wariness, there is a deep calm in them, the calm of creatures at home in their world. They are the quiet foundation on which all other life is built. They do not rule the world they live in. They simply belong to it, completely. To watch them graze is to watch patience itself, quiet and unbroken. They are bound to one another by instinct alone, and it is enough. Their strength is not in the individual, but in the gentle power of the many. They move with the seasons, drawn always toward water and green and rain. It falls from the sky, rises from the ground, and gives the world its life. The search for water shapes every journey, every migration, every choice. Beneath the surface lies another world, ancient and unseen and full of life. Still, water holds the whole sky within it, mirroring the world above. The water gives without asking and takes without warning. Life clusters at the water's edge, for there is nowhere else to go. Water is the quiet heart of this land, and everything beats in time with it. It is both a gift and a gathering place, drawing the whole world to its shore. Where water lingers, life flourishes. Where it flees, life follows. To the thirsty, water is everything, the beginning and the end of all their wandering. The water reflects the sky by day and holds the world by night. Every living thing here bows, sooner or later, to the need for water. Water is the great equalizer, and at its edge all are simply thirsty. The land drinks deep when the water comes, and holds that memory through the dry. Water is the lifeblood of this world, flowing through every living thing. It gathers quietly, giving shelter, drink, and life to all who find it. The whole story of this land is written along the water's edge. To drink is to live, and so to the water they all must come. Water is the great gatherer, pulling every thirsty creature to its edge. Water is memory and hope, the deepest need written into every living thing. The seasons do not turn gently, they arrive like tides, absolute and unstoppable. In the lean season, the land turns to dust, and every living thing learns to wait. Weather is the great sculptor here, shaping the land and everything that lives upon it. The trees stand bare and patient through the drought, holding on to the memory of green. Clouds drift across an endless sky, and their shadows glide slowly over the world below. The weather here writes the story of every life, deciding who thrives and who endures. A great tree spreads its arms against the sky, a small kingdom of shade in an ocean of light. The wind speaks a language older than words, and all who live here have learned to listen. Rain is the oldest promise there is, and the whole world waits for it to be kept. The storms are fierce and brief, and the calm that follows is all the sweeter for them. The trees endure the harsh season by giving up their leaves and trusting in the rains to come. When the rains finally break, the whole world seems to sigh with relief. Light and shadow chase each other across the land as the great clouds roll overhead. In time, the dry gives way to the green, as it always has, as it always will. The wind bends the branches but does not break them, and the trees stand on. The roots run deep, holding fast through drought and flood alike. The sky can turn from calm to fury in a matter of moments, and back again just as fast. The trees are the quiet witnesses of the land, standing through everything that passes. So small against so vast a space, and yet entirely at home within it. They soar where nothing else can follow, alone with the wind and the endless sky. Some travel half the world to be here, drawn by instincts they will never understand. The open sky offers no shelter and no rest, and still they call it home. They move through the heavens with a grace that the ground can never teach. To watch them turn against the blue is to feel the true scale of the world. Wings carry them where feet never could, over every barrier the land can raise. They answer to no boundary and follow no road but the wind. The air holds them up as gently as water holds a leaf. They are creatures of freedom, tracing invisible paths across the open sky. High above they drift in wide and patient circles, watching all that moves below. They are the voice of the open air, calling across distances too great to cross on foot. The sky changes its colours around them, and still they fly on, unbothered and free. To live on the wing is to belong to everywhere, and to nowhere at all. The world holds still as if to watch the sun go down. Colours deepen across the sky, from gold to amber to a soft and glowing rose. This is the gentlest hour when the world breathes out and settles into calm. The sun descends, and the whole world turns to watch it. The last warmth of the day lingers, reluctant to let go. The sky blazes one final time before surrendering to the coming dark. There is a quiet beauty in an ending, and the day knows it well. The light lies low and golden, gilding everything it touches. The sun slips lower, and the world dresses itself in shadow and fire. The day is ending the way it always has, slowly, and in a blaze of colour. The light grows tender now, forgiving every harshness of the day. In the end, every creature gives itself back to the world that gave it life. The wild keeps no memory of us, and needs none. It simply endures. Here, life and death are not enemies, but partners in an ancient, endless dance. And so, another day closes, and the land settles into its timeless calm. The story goes on, unbroken, as it has since the very beginning. Long after we have turned away, the wild will still be here, living as it always has. Everything changes, and yet the great rhythm of life remains the same. Here, survival is its own reward, and endurance its own quiet triumph. The land gives and takes and gives again, and the cycle never ends. We are guests in this ancient world, and it asks only that we understand it. And the wild carries on, indifferent and magnificent beneath the watching sky. In every shadow, in every still moment, the hunters are there, waiting for their time. The predators of the plain ask for nothing but the chance to live, and to live, they must hunt. This is a harder story now, the story of those who survive by the hunt. A new day dawns, and with it, 1,000 small beginnings. The first glow touches the edge of the world, and all that lives lifts its head to greet it. Little by little, the shapes of the world emerge from the fading dark. And so, a new day begins, quietly and without ceremony, as every day has, since the very first. Somewhere beyond the edge of the world, the sun begins its slow return. The world holds its breath in the moment just before the sun appears. There is a freshness to first light that no other hour can offer. The horizon warms from grey to rose, and the day announces itself in silence. Dew rests on everything, catching the first light like scattered glass. The air is cool and clean, washed by the long hours that came before. A thin mist lingers close to the ground, and the light moves gently through it. The chill of the small hours softens, and warmth creeps quietly back into the earth. The stars fade one by one, surrendering the sky to the coming day. Water is patient and powerful, shaping the world drop by drop and age by age. The whole story of this land is written along the water's edge. The water is a meeting place, a lifeline, and a mirror of the sky. To reach the water is a journey, and to leave it, a risk worth taking. To drink is to survive, and survival here begins and ends with water. Water is both shelter and danger, life and risk, all at the same edge. Water is the pulse of this land, steady beneath all its fury and its calm. The whole world leans toward the water, drawn by a need older than thought. It gives the land its green, and the green gives the land everything else. It is the rarest treasure of a sun-baked world, and the most freely given. Water calls to every living thing, and every living thing must answer. The water holds the light, the sky, and the whole living world within it. Where the water runs, a green ribbon of life follows. Where water flows, the land remembers how to live. It arrives as a gift and departs as a warning, and the world lives by its rhythm. Water is the oldest and truest wealth this land has ever known. There is a music to the water, a soft and constant murmur beneath the silence of the world. To find the water is to find the very center of this world. Water is the quiet miracle that makes all other life possible. The stillness of the water hides a world of movement beneath. Water is the one thing no creature here can live without. They move with an economy of effort, wasting nothing, saving all for the moment that counts. The greatest hunters are not the fiercest, but the most patient. They live and die by their instincts, honed across 1,000 generations. There is a loneliness in the life of a hunter that never fully fades. They keep the world in balance, taking the weak and leaving the strong. Every hunt carries the risk of injury. An injury, for a hunter, can mean the end. They are built for the chase, but the chase is only a fraction of their lives. Most of a hunter's life is spent waiting, watching, resting, and biding its time. They command respect through presence alone, and the whole world gives them room. The hunt is brief and violent. The patience that precedes it can last for days. A mother teaches her young the oldest art there is how to watch and wait and strike. They take no joy in the kill and feel no guilt, only the quiet of a hunger answered. To watch a hunter is to witness patience, power and hunger held in perfect balance. And so the hunters live on, patient and enduring, bound to the ancient rhythm of the hunt. They carry the scars of past hunts, each one a story of survival. They are shaped entirely by need, and need has made them what they are. They ask for nothing but survival, and survival asks everything of them. They live always on the knife's edge, one failed hunt away from ruin. Their power is undeniable, and yet their lives are far from easy. Not all who are born to hunt will learn it in time. Their world has no walls and no ceiling, only the wind and the light and the endless blue. They lean into the wind and let it lift them beyond all reach. They climb until the world falls silent beneath them, and only the wind remains. They rise above the struggles of the ground, and for a while they are beyond it all. The whole vast dome above belongs to those bold enough to enter it. Effortless and unhurried, they let the air do the work that legs never could. The air currents rise unseen, and they know exactly where to find them. To them, distance is nothing a barrier the rest of the world must crawl around. To watch them is to remember that the sky was always meant to be crossed. The heavens open wide in every direction, and they have it all to themselves. They soar above every fence the land could ever build. They belong to the height, where the air is thin and the view is endless. Nothing anchors them, and nothing holds them back. Far overhead, they trace slow circles in a sky that has no edges. They carve their paths through empty air and leave no trace behind. They are shapes against the light, drifting where no path has ever been drawn. The sky is a canvas, and their wings right across it in silence. They see the shape of the world entire, laid out and simple far below. And still they fly on, riding a wind as old as the world itself. A single wing beat, and the ground releases its hold. The open air asks nothing of them but the courage to leave the ground. They hang upon the wind as though it was solid ground. They move between earth and heaven, at home in neither and in both. The grasslands hold a stillness the crowded world has long forgotten. Out here, the horizon is the only boundary, and even it seems to retreat. This is a land of pure space, where the eye can travel unhindered. A single tree stands far off, the only mark on a vast and empty canvas. Here the land breathes slow and deep, unhurried and immense. The horizon shimmers in the distance, always retreating, never reached. This is a country shaped by wind and time and endless open sky. The grass stretches to the edge of the world, and the world is very wide. The plains lie still and vast, holding their ancient, patient silence. Out here, the land and the sky go on together forever. The open country rolls away in every direction, wild and unbroken. The grasslands stretch out beneath the sun, golden and without end. The horizon lies far beyond reach, drawing the eye ever onward. Here the world lies open and wide, a vast and quiet kingdom of grass. The grass bends and rises with the wind, a living tide that never breaks. The plains carry on, immense and timeless, as they always have. The open plains lie serene beneath a sky that never seems to close. The grasslands seem to have no beginning and no end. This is a place where the world remembers how to be still. The wind writes its passing in the swaying of a million blades of grass. The plains lie vast and golden, older than any memory. The plains shimmer in the heat, and the horizon dissolves into light. Beneath the wide sky, the land lies open, hiding nothing and offering everything. They are creatures of habit and instinct, and those instincts have carried them through the ages. Life for them is a long, patient journey, measured out in seasons and in steps. The bond that holds the herd together is older and stronger than any single life within it. The herd breathes as one, startles as one, and moves as one across the open land. They ask the world for nothing. It cannot easily give a little water, a little grass, a little time. They have learned to find peace in an uneasy world, and to graze even in the shadow of danger. Each of them is small against the vastness, and together they are a force that moves the world. They move as the water moves slowly, steadily, always toward what sustains them. Even at rest, they remain alert, for rest is a risk they can never fully afford. They are the countless and the quiet, and without them all else would fall silent. Their days are shaped by two simple needs: to feed and to stay alive. To belong to the herd is to never truly be alone, in safety or in fear. There is wisdom in their caution and grace in their restraint. Their lives are brief, and yet their kind is nearly eternal, renewed with every season. Among them there is no leader and no follower, only the shared instinct of the many. Their beauty is a quiet one, in the turn of a head, the flick of an ear, the softness of an eye. They give the world its gentleness, and in return they ask only to be left in peace. They live gently, but they are not weak. Endurance is its own kind of power. They read the wind for warnings and trust their own kind above all else. They know the land, not as a map, but as a memory carried in the blood. Their power is quiet, and their gentleness is deep, and the two live side by side. The whole world seems younger beside them. They walk their ancient paths, as their kind always has, unbroken across the ages. They are the great, slow heartbeat of this land. They are creatures of deep time, moving to a rhythm older than the seasons. Their calm is unshakable, their strength beyond question, their presence beyond doubt. They wear their years like a crown, heavy and earned. They are the enduring ones, outlasting seasons, storms and generations. To watch them is to witness strength at perfect ease with itself. Nothing rushes a giant. The world simply waits, and it always has. There is peace in their vastness and patience in their every step. They ask for space and time and little else. They are the old souls of this world, vast, gentle and enduring. They belong to the ancient world, and they carry it gently with them. To see a giant at rest is to see the land itself at peace. The giants move as if the world were made to hold their pace. They move through their days with a dignity that needs no witness. They carry the memory of the land in their vast and patient bones. Where they pass, the world remembers them long after they are gone. They have seen more of this land than any creature that hurries across it. Season by season, the trees keep their patient watch, asking nothing, enduring all. The wind reshapes the world by inches, patient as time itself. And through drought and storm alike, the land endures, bending, waiting, and beginning again. Some trees stand alone, shaped by the wind into forms as strange as they are beautiful. The clouds build slowly overhead, and the whole world watches for what they will bring. Deep beneath the surface, hidden roots search patiently for water in the dry earth. The wind carries seeds to distant ground, and in time, new life takes hold. The seasons can transform the world entirely, from parched to green and glistening. The oldest trees have seen more seasons than any creature that walks below them. The wide sky stretches overhead, ancient and immense, watching over all that lives. In the harshest months, the land holds its breath, waiting for the sky to change its mind. The trees offer their shade freely, and beneath them the whole world comes to rest. The horizon stretches on without end, where the earth meets the endless sky. When the rains come at last, the dust turns to mud, and the mud turns to green. Bark cracked and weathered tells the story of every dry season it has survived. The horizon glows like embers, the last light of a long day. Everything softens in the fading light, edges blurring into warmth. The day draws to its close with a beauty that asks for nothing. The sky burns gold and crimson, a farewell painted across the heavens. The sky lets go of the day in a slow and glowing surrender. As the sun goes down, a hush settles over the world. The light of the ending day is the kindest light of all. Shadows lengthen, colours deepen, and the world grows quiet and still. The sun sinks toward the earth, trailing gold across the sky. There is peace in the way a day ends, slow and certain and calm. The last rays reach low across the world, touching everything with gold. The heat of the day gives way to a gentle golden warmth. The world settles into stillness as the light begins to fade. The sun rests on the horizon, and time itself seems to slow. Every ending holds its own quiet beauty, and this one holds it well. In the end, all things return to the land, and the land abides. The seasons will turn, the herds will move, and life will find its way, as it always has. This is a world that needs nothing from us but our wonder. And so the story continues, written fresh with every rising sun. Here, nothing lasts forever, and yet life itself endures. The great cycle turns on, patient and unstoppable, through all the ages. We may leave this land behind, but it will never leave us. And the world goes on, as ancient and unbroken as the day it began. Every life here is borrowed and given back, and the world is richer for it. The land keeps its silent watch long after all of us are gone. In every shadow, in every still moment, the hunters are there, waiting for their time. predators of the plain ask for nothing but the chance to live, and to live, they must hunt. This is a harder story now, the story of those who survive by the hunt. A new day dawns, and with it, 1,000 small beginnings. The first glow touches the edge of the world, and all that lives lifts its head to greet it. Little by little, the shapes of the world emerge from the fading dark. And so, a new day begins, quietly and without ceremony, as every day has, since the very first. Somewhere beyond the edge of the world, the sun begins its slow return. The world holds its breath in the moment just before the sun appears. There is a freshness to first light that no other hour can offer.